It's for me. It brings me back to my childhood, where I grew up in the Midwest. I had a farm, and we had multiple animals. But you would envision this world outside of the farm, and you would create. I mean, I loved being a pirate. I loved being a firefighter. I loved being Tarzan. So it was very much a dream come true to play him and actually pull back those memories and envision, because that's our jungle over there. That's what I used to make in my backyard. I used to take my toys and just make little obstacle courses and run through it as different characters. So I really haven't seen what the final Tarzan will look like, as far as it being weird that it's not my face or looks somewhat like my face. But I'm just honored and blessed to be able to portray him.
We have to imagine it. That's all we have to work with. We go off of the pictures that Reinhard has created, and luckily he's very descriptive in this virtual world. And right, in acting, a lot of times we find comfort in our environment, the scene, our wardrobe, but we don't have any of that. We look like aliens with this weird contraption with the camera a couple inches from our face. So it's definitely a challenge. I call it acting boot camp. But really, it's great. Like Kellan said, we get to go out there and play pretend and just use our imaginations. It's fantastic.
I think the great part about it also is we can move the sets around. We have Reinhard who shows us with the animatics and the photos back there what the scene's going to look like. But then as actors, we kind of get to create the branch that Tarzan's sitting on, and I can make it whatever angle so it contorts my body and I feel more Tarzan-like. It's just lucky. Like, it really is every actor's dream to do motion capture, because you don't have hours of hair and makeup. You don't have different wardrobe that you have to wear that's very constricting. I mean, I feel like...
No lighting.
Oh, the lighting's perfect. You never have to change up scenes. The actor's nightmare is the hurry up and wait mentality doing movies that aren't motion capture. But with motion capture, we're flying through so many scenes. Yeah. It feels like every day's an action movie because it's just that fast. But then you don't have to turn around and change the scenes. It's just... all right, move this branch, and now we're on scene 161. Or it's a blessing.
Even though it's hard to stay in story because this is what we're working with, because we go so fast, it keeps it very real.
Yeah.
I hope not. Now we're in this motion capture. We're kind of the puppets for the animators, but I don't know. You think?
Well, I don't think technology can ever represent human characteristics as well as a human can. And I think the draw that audience members enjoy are having a relationship with an actor or a celebrity or a person who they've enjoyed watching their career grow. You know, how many people just want to watch a movie about a computerized, generated character when you can't talk to them, you can't interact with them? You know, now with all our media facets, we have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have means to connect. And I think that's what audience members enjoy the most. I mean, you can see a great movie, but, you know, as much effects that go into it, it's just that at the end of the day. And I think people really like being connected to whoever's playing the role, even if they don't see them as it, mentally knowing that that is them, and then seeing them at premieres. I mean, what are you going to have, a hologram walk down the premiere and... premiere card? I don't know. It's just, for me, I don't think we're ever going to lose the jobs. I think they'll always be needed. I have been practicing. It is a tough one, and the tough thing also is that we can't use the actual scream because it's a bit copyrighted, correct? So we have to come up with an alternation to that howl, and it's fun. You should see me when I was working. I thought we were going to do this scene a little earlier on, so I've watched almost every Tarzan movie, all right? And I've been working on the howl and Tarzan's sexy little Jane howl, and
he's got it down.
Almost. It is. I mean, I'm staying in a hotel room where I get knocks on the walls, like, what is going on in there? So hopefully you'll enjoy what we come up with during the movie.
Oh, please. I wouldn't last at all. Yeah, Jane is a tough cookie, and I'm so grateful for Peter Elliott, our movement coach, because he makes sure that I don't run like a girl, punch like a girl. Yeah, this is my kind of jungle. I would probably be terrified of most creatures in the jungle. But hopefully a Tarzan would find me and rescue me.
I guess for me, I mean, I love the cold. I used to run around naked as a little kid in the snow, so the cold wouldn't get to me. But I think the only creature that still frightens me to this day are the freaking hissing cockroaches. Those just are not pretty. I wish they were a different color. I watch Fear Factor and they eat those things. I'm like, I could not do that. But being in the jungle, wearing the loincloth, I probably would make some more clothes to keep warm. But yeah, I would love to do it. I'd love to do a Survivor show. It'd be great. I mean, nothing material, honestly. I would miss my dogs and my family. So if I could take them with me. I hate my cell phone. I'm on my cell phone way too much. I don't have a car back in LA where I live. I live by the beach, so I go for runs. I love nature. I love getting lost in nature. And for me, cities like this, new places that I go, it's like a concrete jungle. And I love getting lost. I love leaving my cell phone at home because then you get to interact with people. Then you get to talk to them, learn their story, ask for directions. And if I was in the jungle, I'd probably be talking to animals, which is what I did when I was a kid. I talked to all the cows and the pigs, and I used to water the pigs, and they'd shake their mud on me, and I'd roll around in the mud. Like, I love animals. And maybe that's because I was a middle child, and all my brothers beat up on me. And but I would love for that to happen.
Yes. 2 words. Beer gardens. It's my first time in Europe at all, and so it's been such a treat to explore Munich, and luckily I've been able to even go to Tegernsee, Regensburg, and enjoy Germany as best I can, and it's just so beautiful. I hope to spend a lot more time here. I love it.
For me, day one of working here, I drove past a sign, and the sign was a poster for the Never-Ending Story. Which, as a child, I always wanted to be a Triu and ride Falcor. Who doesn't? And when I realized that Bavarian Film Studios did the movie, and then they had Falcor there, I was like, can I do a tour? Can I ride Falcor? And so they opened it up, and I dropped. I was just grinning ear to ear. And I mean, I love Munich. My heritage is from Germany, Hamburg. My grandfather's actually coming in tomorrow, and my mother, so we can go trace our ancestry. So it's great to be here and find my roots. And I've been to Berlin, which is great. It's massive, but I love the quaint towns, and that's what Munich is. There's a lot of history here. The beer gardens are great. The shopping's great. The food is great. I wish we were shooting during October for Oktoberfest. But this has been probably my favorite project to work on, just because the people, Reinhard, Martin, Spencer, beautiful Jane to work with. It's like an action movie for me, and I love that. And then the city, the weather, there's so many places you can see and so many things to do, and it's a blessing.